Hey everybody, welcome back. Today is a happy day because I just went to go pick up my new Kill Team box. Well, actually not just, it was hours and hours ago because I have pretty much everything built now. And yeah, so today I'm gonna be ranking all of the minis that came. I don't mean that either. No, not all of them. I'm ranking the orcs. My husband is taking the Death Korps of Krieg, and I think this is actually the first time a box has been released where like both of us want opposite factions, because normally what happens is both of us want the same faction, or one of us is like really set on getting a box for one of the factions and tries to convince the other one that they do want the opposite faction. And it's just like with Dominion, we had to get 2 Dominion boxes because we both wanted the Stormcast. With this release, our house is full of peace and harmony because he wanted the Death Korps of Krieg and I obviously am making my orc army, so it worked out really well. But he has taken those, he is currently building them, I think, so I don't have those to show you guys, but I did rank the 10 commandos that came in the box. I'm gonna show you them in order of least cool to max cool, and just to say they are all extremely cool. I did build all of the ones that give you the opportunity to build as specialists. I did, because I figure if I ever want to play them as just regular commandos, I'm only playing with my husband, I can just tell him, yo, like these are regular, they're not specialists, and maybe like mark in some way the ones that I am playing true to their sculpts, because the specialist sculpts are just too cool. Like it's like a flamethrower or no flamethrower. Of course I'm gonna pick the flamethrower. Big metal claw or pistol, I'm gonna pick the metal claw. So yeah, numbers 9 and 10. So at the bottom of our rank here, we have these two. And let me just say, so these are the regular commandos. 2 of them did not give you the option to build as specialists. Let me just go ahead and take a second to make sure that these are perfectly in focus. All right, that's as good as it's gonna get. So if they're not super in focus, that's as good as my camera will pick up. Okay. So these are the 2 plain commandos coming in at numbers 9 and 10, and I didn't have the option to build them as specialists. I think that these sculpts are awesome. I would probably rank this guy a little bit higher, so we'll call this guy right here number 10. And why does it still like look not focused, you guys? Oh my god, it's gonna bug me. It's gonna bug you guys too. Okay, so this guy would be number 10, and this guy, because he has a slightly cooler face mask, we'll rank him as number 9. Backpacks are super cool. These guys are insanely detailed. The detail on them is absolutely crazy. Like if you just look at this, he has scars on him, he has little pockets, his backpack has tons of compartments. Everything is just insanely detailed. I love it. These are definitely not going to be batch paint, like minimalistic minis to paint. It's gonna be like, I'm gonna take a week on each one, and eventually one day I'll be finished with all of them. I have my book here. You like how I just whipped that right out? So we're going to be looking at the commandos. We have a bit of a glare, sorry about that. So their movement is 3 circles. On the combat gauge here, there are different shapes, as you guys probably already know because you've probably been following other people doing their unboxings online. But the circle is on this side, and I believe it's 2 inches. Yeah. So I love this thing. I know people are saying like it's funny and like weird, but I hate tape measures. I think they're so cumbersome. So I really like this. You just whip this out. I was lucky enough to get the metal one. It's away somewhere in my living room. But so their movement is 3 of the circle sides. So that would be 6 inches. APL is their action point limit. So the amount of actions they can take in an activation, which is 2. This one, GA, is group activation. So I guess there's some that you activate in sync with others. I'm not quite clear on that. Like I said, I haven't played. The only one out of all of these that I saw that had more, greater than 1 here was the knob. So I don't know. Defense is 3. Defense is how many attacks they can defend against. So he can defend against 3 attacks, and for each of those saves, he saves it on a 5+ with 10 wounds. So again, I haven't played. I don't really know if these are like really great stats. I imagine they're pretty average because these are just basic infantry, but yeah, so those are number 9 and 10. This is the Breacha Boy. I love his big giant gun. The reason he's ranked so low is because I'm not crazy about his face mask. I think it's just kind of weird looking and not in a cool way. Overall, the mini is still super cool. Probably one of, like, all of these sculpts are just such high crisp quality, but again, I'm putting him down here at number 8 just because of that mask. I'm just not crazy about it. I also should have done some sub-assembly here because with these big two-handed weapon guys, painting them is just, oh. Number 7. This guy, again, two-handed weapon. I like this guy a lot more than the previous one because his face is out. I like when I like painting faces, so I like when their face is out. I love his shells that are around his backpack. I like, you know, maybe I should have ranked this guy higher. I really like this guy. Once again, should have done some sub-assembly. Didn't need to glue these arms on. I was just very eager. Okay. On to number 6, and this is our Burna Boy. I did do a little sub-assembly here. See, I didn't glue his weapon on. The reason I did not glue his weapon on is because, I think, is that backwards? Yeah. Is because it's so slim. I feel like a lot of his body is going to be, like, you're not, like, for these guys, I don't really have to paint well back there. I can just kind of throw the color in, you know, because you're not going to see much of it. But this guy, his flamethrower is narrow, so I do actually need to get in here and paint these things well. So yeah, I think this guy looks really cool. And this, from here on, I am like crazy about every single mini. I think they're awesome. I love the little gauge here. I'm gonna have fun painting that. And my favorite thing about this guy is the, I guess this is the fuel that he uses for his flamethrower. I think with these guys, I really want to go all out. I think with this guy, I'm going to paint these little flames coming off and maybe do a little OSO, which is not my strong suit, but something I need to practice for sure. So that is our little flame boy. Coming in at number 5, we have our rocket boy. And this guy has this sick rocket launcher. Like, just look at this thing. Like, really look at him. And I'm not crazy about masks and helmets in general, but I absolutely love this guy's mask. I really, really do. I think, or I guess helmet, I don't know what you would call this. So cool. I'm gonna have so much fun painting this guy. Hyper detailed. There's something about the backpack that I just love. I think he might be one of the first that I paint, actually. We'll see. Okay, coming in at number 4 is the comms boy. And originally I glued the wrong head on this guy, had to rip it off. It had already kind of started, like it had already been glued on, and I had to basically cut it off and put the right head on because this guy, he's the comms boy. So he has his little antenna, and you know, I couldn't let that fly. I had to fix it. So look at his cool backpack. He has this really cute zipper on it. His outfit in general is just really cool. He has a little vest, little overall, like, what are these called? Suspender type things. This is definitely one I should have done sub-assembly on. Painting around these wires is going to suck. But I did what I did, and now I live with my choices. All right, guys, we are getting up to my favorites now, my top ultimate supreme rankings here. We have number 8. Number 8 is the Daka boy. Look at him. He has a beanie. Okay, he was already gonna rank high regardless of what weapon he had, because his weapon's pretty basic, to be honest. I mean, it's not particularly special looking. I do really love how the shells look when they're coming out. See how they're kind of like, they just look realistic. Like, they look like they're really popping out, like he's in mid-shot. But he has a beanie, so of course, number 8. Okay, moving on. Number 9. This one almost ranked as top. He almost came in at the top because he, like, this is the one when I saw that, like, they announced the box, I was like, oh, this is the one I want. This is the one I need. It's the Slasher boy. Look at this guy. So he has 2 blades. He has another one in his mouth. Super cool backpack. Look at the little netting right here on his backpack. Like, it's just, I'm thinking about how I'm gonna paint these things and they're just so detailed. It's crazy. Like, the quality of the sculpts is absolutely amazing. But this guy, I think I want to almost say that he's tied for first because he's like, I just love him. I love him. His pose is open. I'm really thinking maybe if I were to do a painting tutorial on any of these commandos, it might be him, because you know, when you're doing a painting tutorial, you want the pose to be open so it's easier to see and the camera focuses on it easier and whatever. So this is my number 9. Oh, I just love him. I can't stop looking at him. Okay, let's finish this and then I can look at him more after the video's over. Okay. Number 10, or I guess number 1, here we go, is the knob. Okay, I feel like this isn't really a shock. If you just look at this model, okay, I gave him the claw because I can never resist a good claw. Look at this claw. So sick. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. His backpack, the detail on this thing is absolutely insane. His pose, he looks casual yet deadly. His face, I don't know how well you can see it under there. It's gonna be a bit of a challenge to paint those eyes with that hat on, but good God, these sculpts are absolutely amazing. Let me know, actually. I have a huge backlog of videos that I've been trying to get out, and I am seriously struggling because I am back in school now and things are crazy in my personal life and I have a lot going on, so I am behind. When I eventually do a tutorial for these commandos, it's going to be one of these two, possibly both, but more than likely it'll just be one. Which one would you guys rather see? The knob or the slasher boy? I would be equally happy doing either. I will say the knob will be a much longer video because it's just has more detail. Like, it'll just take me longer, but let me know. Let me know what you guys think about this box in general. Did you guys order it? Did you not? Is it coming? What's going on? What are your opinions about the new Kill Team? I know a lot of people are really upset that it's basically rewired as a whole new game, and other people are kind of excited about that. I personally am excited. I'm kind of annoyed because I'm just now getting into 40K, like really getting into it, or I'm playing at least once a week. But so I have like, I'm just getting like into the rules to where I know the game well, and now I'm going to be learning a whole new game, so I'm slightly annoyed, but also I love skirmish games, so I'm always ready to pick up a new one, and I was never attached to the old Kill Team, so it's easier for me to be excited there's a new Kill Team because I don't have my heart set on the old one. But that's just me. Let me know what you guys think, and as always, thank you for watching.